Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Tuesday, a beautiful day to dive into some absolute soap opera madness. I've got my coffee, I've got my notes, and we have a lot to talk about today. So grab a snack and let's get right into the thick of it. So let's just get right into it because my head is absolutely spinning from what is going down on the Bold and the Beautiful right now. Honestly, I've been staring at my screen for hours trying to process this, and I just need to vent. You guys know I've been following this whole Spencer and Forrester rivalry for a while, and it is getting so incredibly messy. But not even the corporate stuff. The corporate stuff is whatever. It's the personal stuff. The younger generation is completely losing their minds, and I am here for it, but I am also just so exhausted by them. Let's talk about Melissa Dillon. Remember when she first showed up in town? She was this poor, homeless girl living in her car, playing the ultimate damsel in distress. Everyone felt sorry for her. Elektra felt sorry for her. We all thought she was just this sweet, innocent girl who needed a break. But man, the writers really pulled a fast one on us. Because the cracks in that good girl facade are completely gone now. The rumors about her being a calculating gold digger. Yeah, they were 100% spot on. And now she is working as R.J. Forrester's assistant. Which, by the way, is a wild career trajectory if you think about it. But she's in the building, she's in the inner circle, and she is using every single ounce of access she has to orchestrate one of the most diabolical, messy, and frankly brilliant schemes I have seen on this show in a long time. So here is what happened. Dillon is doing her assistant duties, right? Managing RJ's schedule, handling his calls, whatever it is an assistant does at Forrester Creations when they aren't busy gossiping. And somehow, in the midst of all this, she accidentally accesses the security camera system for RJ's new beach house. Yes, his new beach house, the one he just moved into. First of all, why does RJ have internal security cameras running in his beach house? Is that a normal thing? Maybe it's a smart home setup, or maybe he's just paranoid because of all the family drama. Who knows? But the point is, the cameras are rolling. And Dillon, being the nosy, opportunistic person she has evolved into, starts looking at the footage. Maybe I'm being too harsh. Maybe it really was an accident at first, but what she does next is definitely not an accident. She is looking at the screen, and she makes a discovery that is going to blow this entire storyline wide open. She finds a video clip, and not just any video clip. It is footage of Elektra and RJ, together, entangled in a very, very passionate night. Let that sink in for a second. Elektra and RJ having a passionate night at the beach house. And the timing of this, the timing is what makes this so incredibly toxic and insane. This footage was recorded right after Elektra announced her big, dramatic breakup with Will Spencer. Literally right after. Let's pause and talk about Elektra for a second. Because fans on social media have been dragging her, and honestly, they are right. Elektra has been walking around with this saintly, holier-than-thou attitude for months. She dumped Will because he accidentally punched Eric Forrester in the face during that massive brawl at the bikini bar. A brawl, by the way, that RJ instigated. RJ ducked the punch, Eric got hit, and Will took all the blame. And Elektra, she didn't even listen to Will. She just packed her bags, threw her necklace at him, and acted like he was this unhinged, violent monster. She broke his heart. She told him that Spencer's and Forrester's don't mix. She acted like she was taking the moral high ground. And then what does she do? The minute she leaves Will, she runs straight to RJ's beach house and falls into his bed. It is the ultimate hypocrisy. She is judging Will for keeping corporate secrets about the Logan fashion line. She is judging him for a fight he didn't even start. And meanwhile, she is secretly hooking up with the guy who ruined Will's life. It makes me so mad just thinking about it. But you know who isn't mad? Melissa Dillon. Dillon is looking at this footage, and you can practically see the gears turning in her head. She doesn't gasp and turn it away. She doesn't respect their privacy. No, she immediately pulls out her personal phone and copies the video clip. She downloads the whole thing. She secures the evidence. Why? Because Dillon wants Will. She has wanted Will for a long time. We all know she already kissed him. We know she slept on his couch at the beach house and then bragged about it to her co-worker Jessica at the bikini bar. Dillon is obsessed with securing her status, and Will Spencer is her golden ticket. But there has always been one massive obstacle in her way, Elektra. Even though Elektra dumped Will, Will is still completely, hopelessly, pathetically in love with her. He has been pining for her. He has been begging for her back. In Will's eyes, Elektra is this perfect, pure angel who he somehow failed. He thinks he is the bad guy. He thinks he ruined everything. As long as Will views Elektra as a saint, Dillon knows she will only ever be the rebound. She will only ever be second best. So Dillon realizes she has to destroy the pedestal. She has to shatter the image of Saint Elektra in Will's heart once and for all. And this video on her phone, this is a nuclear bomb. Now, let's talk about the execution of this plan, because it is so devious. Dillon knows exactly where Will is. He is at the bikini bar. Of course he is. Where else does a heartbroken Spencer Air go when his life falls apart? He is sitting there, totally depressed, completely drunk, drowning his sorrows in whatever they serve at that place. He is probably sitting in a dark booth, staring at his glass, thinking about how he lost the love of his life. He is vulnerable. He is broken. And in walks Melissa Dillon. She probably puts on her best concerned friend face. You know the one, the wide eyes, the soft voice. "Oh, Will, are you okay? You shouldn't be drinking alone." She sits down next to him. She plays the supportive shoulder to cry on. She lets him vent about how much he misses Elektra. She lets him talk about how perfect Elektra is and how he wishes he could turn back time. And then she strikes. She isn't just going to shove the phone in his face. That would be too obvious. She wants to look innocent. So she plans to accidentally let Will see the evidence. Maybe she pulls her phone out to show him a funny meme, or a text message, or a picture of a dog. And oops, her finger slips, the photo gallery opens. And right there, playing on the screen, is the crystal clear security footage of Elektra and RJ tearing each other's clothes off. Can you even imagine the look on Will's face? I am literally getting chills thinking about this scene. What were the writers thinking? This is going to be devastating. Will is sitting there, already intoxicated, already hating himself. And suddenly, his eyes lock onto the screen. He sees the beach house. He sees RJ, his own cousin, the guy he grew up with, the guy who ducked that punch. And then he sees Elektra, his Elektra, the girl who just told him she couldn't be with him because of her high moral standards. It is going to break his brain. The betrayal is going to hit him in waves. First, the shock, then the realization of the timeline. He is going to realize that while he was crying over her, while he was begging her to stay, she was already moving on with RJ. And not just moving on emotionally, moving on physically, immediately. All that guilt Will has been carrying, the guilt over the Logan secrets, the guilt over hitting Eric, it is going to evaporate. And it is going to be replaced by pure, blinding rage and absolute despair. Elektra's saintly image is going to shatter into a million tiny pieces on the floor of the bikini bar. Will is finally going to see her for who she really is in this moment, a hypocrite who used his mistakes as a convenient excuse to jump ship to the next available Forrester. And Dillon is going to be sitting right there, watching it happen. When Will breaks down, when the reality of what he just saw crushes the last bit of hope out of his soul, he is going to be completely desperate. He is going to feel like he has nothing left. His family is at war. His grandfather banished him. His girlfriend betrayed him with his worst enemy. He is entirely alone. Except for Melissa Dillon. She is going to wrap her arms around him. She is going to tell him that he deserves better. She is going to tell him that Elektra never appreciated him, but that she does. She is going to play the savior, and Will, in his drunken, heartbroken, desperate state, is going to fall straight into her waiting arms. It is the perfect trap. Dillon has orchestrated this flawlessly. By showing him that video, she is effectively ending any remaining hope of a Spencer Forrester reunion between Will and Elektra. She is burning the bridge to the ground and scattering the ashes. Elektra is dead to Will now, and Dillon is the only one left standing. But let's zoom out for a second and talk about the bigger pattern here. Because this isn't just about a messy breakup. This is about the total destruction of a family bond. The relationship between Will and RJ has always been a little competitive, a little tense. But they were family. They were brothers, essentially. Cousins, but raised in that same messy soap opera bubble. But recently, it has been getting worse and worse. RJ instigating the fight. RJ letting Will take the fall for hitting Eric. RJ demanding that Ridge fire Will. But this video, this is the point of no return. When Will sees RJ with Elektra, it is going to make the relationship between the two boys worse than it has ever been in the history of this show. We thought the punch was bad. We thought the corporate sabotage was bad. Stealing a guy's girl and sleeping with her the night of the breakup is the ultimate betrayal in soap land. Will is going to hate RJ with a passion that we haven't seen from him before. This is going to awaken that dark, ruthless Spencer side of Will. You know, that dollar bill Spencer DNA that everyone keeps warning him about. Well, congratulations, RJ and Elektra. You just activated it. I honestly don't know how the Forrester family is going to handle this. Ridge has been acting like RJ is the golden child and Will is the dangerous menace. Ridge literally gave Elektra an ultimatum to stay away from Will, but what is Ridge going to say when he finds out RJ was sleeping with Elektra 5 minutes after the breakup? What is Eric going to say? They have all been so quick to judge Will, but their own golden boy is acting like a complete snake. And what about Katie? Katie has been so worried about Will, she launched an investigation into Melissa Dillon because she knew Dillon was bad news. Katie is going to lose her mind when she finds out that Dillon used stolen security footage to manipulate her son into a rebound. Katie is going to go to war with Dillon, and I am here for it. Heather Tom is going to act the house down in those scenes. But honestly, part of me is just sitting here thinking, who actually believes this is going to end well for Melissa Dillon? Sure, she gets the guy tonight. She gets to take a drunk. Desperate will home. She gets to secure her spot in the Spencer orbit. But secrets like this never stay buried on the bold and the beautiful. Eventually, Will is going to sober up. Eventually, he is going to realize that Dillon didn't just accidentally have security footage of his cousin's private beach house on her personal cell phone. He is going to realize that she stole it, that she planned this, that she manipulated his pain to get him into bed. And when Will realizes that he was played by Dillon just as badly as he was played by Elektra and RJ, the fallout is going to be nuclear. Okay, maybe that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. This show thrives on this exact kind of messy, convoluted drama. I just can't get over the sheer audacity of Melissa Dillon. To sit at a desk, log into your boss's security cameras, download a sex tape basically, and then march down to a bar to show it to his heartbroken ex-boyfriend. It is villain behavior. It is peak soap opera villainy, and the fact that she is doing it while still playing the sweet, caring friend is just Chef's kiss. It's terrible, it's toxic, but it is fantastic television. I really wonder how the fans on social media are going to react to this. People have been very divided. Some people hate Elektra for being a hypocrite. Some people hate Will for being too aggressive. Some people hate RJ for being a sneaky instigator. But Dylan is uniting everyone in a collective love to hate her vibe. She is becoming the character you just want to scream at through the TV screen. And let's be real, RJ deserves to have his privacy violated a little bit, considering how much he has manipulated the situation to his advantage. I don't condone stealing security footage, obviously, but in the context of this show, RJ had it coming. He played dirty to get Elektra, and now Dylan is playing dirty to get Will. It's karma, just delivered in a really twisted, digital way. I just keep picturing the scene at the bikini bar, the neon lights, the sad music playing in the background, Will staring at the bottom of his glass, Dylan sliding into the booth, the fake sympathy, the glow of the phone screen illuminating Will's shocked face, the tears, the anger. It is going to be a masterclass in angst. Crew Morrow has been doing a great job playing Will's downward spiral, and this is going to push him right over the edge. He isn't just losing a girlfriend, he is losing his faith in people. He thought Elektra was different. He thought she was better than the usual Forrester-Spencer drama, but she is exactly the same. And Dylan is going to capitalize on that emptiness. She is going to fill that void with her own brand of toxic affection. I have to wrap this up because I have a deadline and my editor is going to kill me if I keep rambling, but I just had to get all these thoughts out. The writers are really kooking with this storyline. It is messy. It is clunky in places, and sometimes the characters make decisions that make absolutely no sense. But this Dylan scheme, this is gold. We are about to witness the absolute destruction of Will Spencer's heart, the shattering of Elektra's saintly reputation, and the birth of a new, ruthless power couple in Will and Dylan. And the war between Will and RJ, it hasn't even started yet. What we saw before was just a skirmish. This is going to be World War III. So, buckle up, you guys. Keep your eyes on the bikini bar. Watch out for Melissa Dylan and her phone. Because the truth is coming out, and it is going to leave a trail of absolute devastation in its wake. Alright, I'm out. I need more coffee and maybe a nap before the next episode airs. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are you Team Will, Team RJ, or are you just here for the chaos Melissa Dylan is causing? Because honestly, I think I'm just here for the chaos at this point. See you next time.